Whoa, bugger, I hit it too soon. Oh well, there we go. Hi everyone. I slipped, but oh well, hello Spurs fans, Hotspur hippie here. What am I doing? Hang on, let me just get that up there, and then I can get that up there. Oh, flip. Hang on. Where is it? There it is. All right. I think we're up. Can someone just give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me okay? Because I'm using this new thing and I don't know if I've buggered it up or not. So I'll have to wait 6 seconds though. 3, 2, 1. What's happening? Professional streamer. Hang on. 6 seconds though. Oh. 3, 2. Okay, yeah, I'll just check. So hello. Hey. So I thought I'd have a go at using this this OBS manual stuff instead of doing it the easy way. Set myself a challenge. Gave me a nosebleed all day. It's so hard. But how are you all keeping? I hope you're doing well. The sun has just set on another fine Sydney day. I did a bit of a lo-fi because a lo-fi stream this morning. Having a bit of trouble with StreamYard. You've got to pay for it. Bugger that. So I thought I'd do it myself. So I haven't got video chat working, so I can't have people on yet. But with a bit of luck, if I click Moondog's comment, yes, it comes up on the screen. Morning, Moondog. How are we going? And blind, that's about morning. Come on, you Spurs. The old virtual background on this is, wow, look at that. When I was sitting in the sun, I disappeared before, so I had to wait for the sun to set. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Wayne Bonner. How's it going, Paul? Hope you're well. Loving all these live streams you're doing. Keep up the great work. It's appreciated. Thank you very much. Love the non-dramatic titles as well. Well, you know, I'm building it bit by bit, so maybe they will get, you know, slightly more dramatic as we... I mean, maybe... I'll just say less half-assed as we go on, but that's down the track. There we go, the confirmation that I have actually got my act together. I'll leave that one up here. So just to get some grist for the mill, I've been doing extensive research on Twitter today when I've been working on getting this bloody thing working. IT professional 20 years, and I was just buggered after I got it going. Now let me have a look here. How do I get my bookmarks? There we go, bookmarks. So I just had a quick look at the world of Spurs today, seeing what's happening. So it's mainly players I've never heard of course. So you lot can help me out, but I've got to wait 6 seconds, haven't I? Oh well, I'll get going anyway. So the Spurs talk tweeted today. Looks like this news has come via Football Italia. There is a Premier League club advancing in its negotiations for Ibanez, and it is believed to be Tottenham. I don't know who that is. Help me out. I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. An interesting bit of news from players gone past here. Spurs expressed saying, I think this is from Paul Joyce, Sean Dyche believes that Dele Alli, remember him? Dele Alli, still wishes to push himself. Dyche has already held talks with Dele, who is set to return to Finch Farm this pre-season. Finch Farm, that sounds a bit more bloody robust than whatever nonsense we have at White Hart Lane these days, with, you know, plush cushions and, you know, weights full of helium. Cheating buggers. If Dele pays 7 more games for Everton, they'll have to pay Tottenham £10 million. Well, I for one wish Dele Alli all the success in the world. It's a funny old story. I mean, Dele's coming for a bit of criticism, and you know what? I'm going to lie down already here, if I can do this, because I'll tell you what. This gave me a right headache setting this thing up. Look at that. I'm way down. It's like I'm in Australia. I'm so far down. I hope that the audio is right. I had to muck around with levels because it kept on clipping, and then it was too quiet, and it's like. Yeah, Dele Alli. I I mean, everyone was slagging him off, and I can understand it from the point of view that he was taking a wage packet at Tottenham, but then again, we didn't do anything about it. And I see, ex-footballers and whatnot talking on Talk Sport and things like that, and they're all saying, "Oh, it's his last chance. He's let himself go. He's thrown away his career." And I don't know, man. I just get the impression that Dele Alli is doing what he wants to do. Really, um, I don't know that he's unhappy. Apparently he's doing some like Twitch stuff and all that sort of rubbish. Let me just make sure I haven't buggered this up. I'm very paranoid about this. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. I don't need... Alright, shut up, Bailey. Bailey is... one Paul is too much for the world, let alone two. I just... yeah, I mean, he's made his own choices. He wants to do something outside of football. I don't know, it's up to him, isn't it, really? Up to him. But yeah, maybe he's taking a wage here and there where he shouldn't. It looks like Bastikas wasn't too impressed with him. I saw the other day that the manager director, I forgot what he said, but he basically said, what time was it? I'll probably swear, go fuck yourself, I don't know. But, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish him well anyway. I wish him well, and I really hope he plays another 7 games for Everton. It's only 7, man. Is like a substitution count? Does it? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Sean Dyche, Dele Alli, he's an untapped talent. Get him on the field, man. $10 million. We'll probably spend that on some crappy squad player that was up for sale for 15 million and we get him for 10 because we always have to get 5 million off. I think I mentioned this morning. Spurs Express, Tom Barkley is saying that Pierre-Emile Højbjerg's future at Tottenham looks uncertain. I can kind of understand that. Look, the thing with Pierre is, I'm not saying he's rubbish or anything like that. I'm not saying he's rubbish, but he's just not Spursy enough for me. I mean, granted, he did play half the season in partnership with Skip, and that was nowhere near as good as Bentancur. But I mean, that says to me he needs to play alongside a player better than him for him to play well. If he's playing someone that isn't so crash hot as Skip has been for the most of the season, he can't get going as much for some reason. Plus, I think we could probably get a few quid for him, and why knock that back? I suppose. All right, let's see if we come and think. Hey, John Fitzpatrick, big up Paul, my brother from down under. You're fresh back from how many times have you been to Dover now, hiding behind a hedge? Hey, Eric, you can see France if you get a bit closer to the edge. Nice to see you, John. Blind Nassabat, see report saying we're interested in centre back Edo from Stuttgart. Any thoughts on that? Let's sit up a bit. Can I put the camera down a little bit? I've got trousers on, I'm not that scared. Mysterious sort of Twilight Zone doorway appearing behind my head, that's good. I don't know, Ito, any good? Any thoughts on that? 414 subs, it's coming down though, it's coming down. What happened was, when I started streaming, I just did a random rant about Ange Postecoglou, and that's got like thousands of views, and I think that's where I got a load of the subs from, so it's a bit of a cheat code there. And when you get a bit of a bump, I've done streaming years before, and I know when you get a little bit of a bump like that, don't get carried away, because those people will start leaving. So I just it will just start growing organically now. Nice slow rate. I'm in no rush. I'm enjoying doing it, so who cares, man? Blind Assabat says Højbjerg is not Ange's type, but I've always appreciated his work rate. Yeah, that's a fair comment, isn't it? I mean, I guess he's always tried to put a shift in. It's just sometimes his feet haven't followed. Mark Cousins, big up, Paul. Morning, Mark. Hope you're doing well over there in Scrumpy Land or whatever. Old English cider, Wurzels, I don't know. Back to Twitter here. Good old We Are Tottenham TV having a little bit of a poke. Kane scored in more Premier League games than Erling Haaland this season, and I find that quite an interesting statistic because you know, I wonder how. I suppose Erling Haaland must have scored winning goals in games. He must have, but it looks like he's maybe doubling up or trebling up more than Harry Kane is, which is interesting. I mean, I think Harry Kane is a bit better all-round player. Although, you know, I saw Erling Haaland interviewed after Man City won the Champions League. I think it's probably the first time I've really, you know, paid attention or seen him talk, and he seems like a nice enough guy. Got his head screwed on, so you know, I can't begrudge him that, even though he's playing for the enemy, you know. Audio Artisan, morning bruv, morning mate, how you going? How you going? I hope the hairs have gone down on your back from my rip-roaring talk this morning. Last word on Spurs is reporting that Spony Chianix or Kianix has said, Blind Assabat, here we go. I had this in my bookmarks, but you see, that's how little I pay attention. The name didn't sort of stick in me old bonds here. Box of ducks, mate. Tottenham Hotspur are interested in signing the Stuttgart left-sided central defender. We might have a bit of a dig on him then in a minute. See what he's like. Spurs are targeting at least a couple of additional centre backs. I wonder. Let's have a look here. Let's see if I can put my setup to work here. Let's see if I've got the capability. So it's Hiroki Ito. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Hiroki Ito stats. Let's just have a look at the stats, because I can't do any videos and stuff like that. I don't want to get slapped on the wrist. Alright, so I should be able to now do that and do that. Does it come up? If I move that window? Oh, for feck's sake. No. Okay. Bear with me. Nothing to see here. We're alright. We're alright. Window capture. Opera. Why isn't it coming up? Why isn't it coming up? Why isn't it coming up? I did test all this shit and it said it was working. Oh, for pity's sake. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. We can do it. We can do it. Let's just do another one. Window capture. Opera. It's all over the place. Hang on. Let's just resize that a bit. Totally seamless, eh? There we go. There we go. So I should be able to have a look at it myself. So let's have a look at this guy. Alright. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. I'm going to need a nap after that. Okay, so so 2 matches for that's the playoffs. Okay, so played 30 matches, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 yellow cards, no red cards. Not impressed with that. I want a bit more red on the table, you know. Oh, he's been there a while. So okay, he's been at Stuttgart for 2 years. These are shit stats. Do you get any more info? Any more info? Let's go to bloody sofa scores, eh? Hiroki. Let's see if he passes the Eric Dyer test. So he's got to have a higher rating than 6.86, remember? Excuse me. If it's less than 6.86, Eric Dyer is statistically better. Drum roll. Oh, look at that. According to this automated algorithm bullshit, he's better than Eric Dyer. Now, what would be interesting? Okay, left-sided. Yeah, it gets up a little bit. I'm only doing this because I haven't seen him play. If I'd have seen him play, I wouldn't be looking at this, by the way. I don't know. Let's have a look here. Oh, expected goal. What's exploit? He's supposed to get 1 goal a game? Is it? What? So he scored 1 goal. I don't give a fuck about attacking anyway. Where's defending? Here we go. 2 clean sheets. Oh god, this is just bollocks, isn't it? Dribbled pass per game. Clear. The fuck is all this? Oh, no errors led to goal. So that's up on Eric Dyer. That's good. That's good. Any other crap here? He's won like what? Is he a defender? It doesn't look like he's not doing tackles and shit. I don't know. Have I got the right player? So let's have a look. Yeah, don't know what that means. So how old is he? 24 years old. Okay, okay. We have got Dorrington as well. He's 20. He's 20. So he went to Stuttgart for 400k. What's his value? What's his value? Has he got a value up here? How tall is he? How tall is he? What's that? So that's 6'2" maybe. Yeah, 6'2". Yeah, I'm 185, so that's 6'2". 6'2". Okay, that's not bad. Player value 8.2. And what are we? Does it say we're putting in a bid for something? Did you say it? Maybe you said it blind as a bat. Oh, you know what? I've just got your bloody nickname now. I've been using a soft S, haven't I? Blind as a bat. Oh my lord. Oh, am I late to the party on that one? Alright. I've been saying blind as a bat. Okay, blind as a bat. Right, got it. Okay, well he's better than Eric Dyer statistically. I haven't seen him play, but Japanese. Where did he play before? What team did he play for? Oh, he's been around in Germany a bit. Did he play there as he? Oh, he must have. No, hang on. Huh? Oh, what? What? Oh, that's his recent. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this. It's doing my head in. Can't be doing with it. There we go. There we go. But look, if he, I don't know. Has anyone seen him play? Might be interested to know, you know. But at least it's something, isn't it? I wonder if that's one that Ange's had his eye on, you know. I wonder how long. I'm curious now. I wonder when. I'm curious how long he's been in the Bundesliga. Here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at his Wikipedia page. Oh, well, this is interesting. This is interesting. So, when Ange was in Japan, he would have come across him playing for Jubilo Iwata. So he's probably seen him. He's made 9 appearances for Japan, senior team. Okay, that's not bad, is it? He's won a bronze medal in the Asian Under-19 Championship. Okay, has he got any honours? Bundesliga Rookie of the Month, November 2021. Okay, this what's Jubilee Waters? They play in the J2. Okay, no, they play in the J2 league. So were they? I wonder. So they were relegated at the last year. They were relegated last year from J1 to J2. So Ange would have seen this guy. Interesting. I think that's quite I'm getting like not excited, but you know I'm comfortable with that so far. Looks all right. Ah, blind as a bat. I should read your comments before I start opening my mouth. Celtic tried to sign him, so I know Ange likes him. Okay, so I've gone all around the houses here, and you already bloody know it, don't you? Well, at least it's confirmed, you see. So, you see, I'm building my trust up in you, blind as a bat. It's not like you're just talking bollocks. I've independently verified it. So, you know, well done, man. But maybe next time I'll just read what you have to say and not fanny around so much. My cousins, all good, mate. Yeah, I'm in deepest Brussels land, in Zoider country. Or that's where I went wrong, because instead of shouting and swearing, I just was getting like sleepy and frustrated, man. It was just get one thing going, and then there's another thing, and then there's another thing, and then I went live this evening, and it didn't go live, and I had to click an extra button, you know. But maybe I would have got there quicker if I'd have done a bit of shouting and swearing. Leo says another Japanese gem, from what I've heard, quite highly regarded of Stuttgart. So it looks like we're a bit positive here, eh? That's nice. If we can get someone like this over the line early, left-sided man, left-sided central defender, that probably isn't going to cost the moon on a stick. I'm all for it. Get him in. See how he gets on with Ramiro. So if we get Raya, or some other keeper we're looking at that I've forgotten about, Milan's keeper, if we get that in this guy, that's a good start to the window. That's not a bad start. And we haven't really, because I think the Japanese kid's not expensive, so could be good. I'm not going to get excited about the window, because I remember last window when we were straight in there getting Perisic. That I was very excited about Perisic last year. Admittedly, I'd only seen him play for Croatia in the World Cup and the Euros, but I thought he was a quality player, and he was a little bit of a disappointment this year. All right at crossing, but taking players on, and defensively, I mean, you know, we were trying to fit him into that cursed wing back position. Can any bugger play wing back in anywhere in the world? It just seems like a ridiculous position. I'm glad we're scrapping it. Blind as a bat. Yes, Paul, you're the first to get it. Okay, all right, man. All right. Okay, we're cooking. That's good. Afternoon, Chris. Morning, all in the chat. So let me see what else I've got on my Twitter thing. I haven't got a lot, so I'm going to be falling back on you lot to keep me going before long. There's no actual thing on my screen anywhere that says how long I've been streaming for either. I've no idea. Okay, let me have a look here. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is just ridiculous. Come on. I did swear a little bit there, Mark. I didn't shout, but I did swear, and you know what? You're right. It worked. It got to where I wanted to be. So, in fact, this is cool. I think this is better. I'm kind of in a bit of mystery land here, because I've no idea how long the stream's been going, and I've no idea how many people are watching it. I haven't got the little number, which kind of, you know, when it goes up, you get happy, and when it goes down, you get a bit sad. So I'm flying blind here. I kind of like it, actually. Where's the Twilight Zone door? Oh, it's disappeared. Oh, There it is, you can just see it. Any second now, Rod Serling is going to walk through. Hotspur hippie. Little did he know he's now streaming in the Twilight Zone. Okay. Oh no, this has been reported a few places, but I'm getting it from Last Word on Spurs. Some quotes from Antonio Conte about his time at Tottenham. The last experience, like all of them really, had some things that were positive and some less so. The experience was wonderful. We did the maximum possible and gave all that we had. Is he using a royal we? Or is he saying we as in everybody, the whole team? Because then he's changed his tune a bit there, isn't he? Or is he just talking about his team of coaches and him and Stellini? Because he bloody well wasn't saying that before he pissed off, was he? When I arrived, the team was in 8th or 9th place, yet we qualified for the Champions League. Yes, that is correct. Then this season, with the side in 4th position, I decided we should part ways with Tottenham. I decided. So, okay, so it wasn't quite a resign, it wasn't quite a sacking. So after he had his dummy spit, I'm reading between the lines here. I don't know anything exactly what happened, but it sounds to me like he spat the dummy, went to Italy, and then him and Levy had a bit of a chat about how this should end, because obviously Antonio didn't want to walk cleanly. Unless he did, but I don't think he did, because it was several days afterwards, wasn't it? I don't know when he had his dummy spit, but I'm pretty sure the official announcement came out on the 22nd of March. I know that because I think 2 days later I started saying, no, 24th of March he went, because I started ringing the Ange Postecoglou drum on it, you ring a bell, mate. I was beating the drum or ringing the bell for Postecoglou 2 days prior to that. When this season, okay, I decided we should part ways with Tottenham. Some had decided to settle for less. I mean, oh, fuck off, mate. You know, what's all this speaking in riddles and rhymes, you know? Oh, that leaves me with the same feeling. You know, have you ever been to like a Ponzi pub and like you die for a piss and you go to the toilets and instead of it just saying ladies and gents or men and women or the little figures on it, it's got some cryptic fucking thing on the door that you think, I think that's the bloke's toilet. It's like I don't want puzzles in that frame of mind. This is like leaving me a bit like that. Some had decided for who? Who has decided for less? I don't know, man. I don't know. And in response to that, there's a few Levy out. Looks like the Peanut Gallery on Twitter's response to that is not positive in the slightest. Not positive in the slightest. Paul Newman says, I don't know if I should say the names or not. It says, what a complete and utter fraud. I suppose it's public, isn't it? I'm not, I just don't want to get people into trouble, or I mean, it's not like I've got a herd of people that I'm setting on anyone here. You lot are all well behaved on the internet anyway. I don't know. What do you lot make of all that? I think that's doesn't sit right with me, to be honest. Though before I sway my judgment and look at the chat, bear in mind I'm also a bit biased because I was on a high when we got on Conte. I was with him all first season, and bit by bit during the last season I was getting more and more disappointed and pissed off with him. So my last feeling is I'm not a fan of him, so I'm reading that with that frame of mind, and I'm not impressed with that man. Not impressed. Let's have a look here, a bit behind in the chat. Liam says, I just hope we don't drag out signings. Last summer window we moved surprisingly quickly at the start. Yeah, and the Porro signing in Jan was about as painful as they come, man. It was, wasn't it? It was god awful, wasn't it? It was. Oh, I was getting so. I think I did a video on the Irish Hotspur. I was getting so pissed off near the end of that window. What sparked me off? I think it might have been a result against Aston Villa as well. It was just we were. That was it. That was it. We weren't playing well, and I was getting pissed off because my feeling was if we really wanted Porro, and we'd signed him at the beginning of the window, I think there were like 3 or maybe even 4 Premier League games that he might have done all right in. I think we played Man City. Memory serves. There was a few games there though. I mean, you know what I mean? And I think Emerson was fit then, so maybe they could have played together. I don't know, but I was really bloody annoyed about that window, Liam. It was awful. Ah, Chris, you're giving me a bloody update. No, man. I'm just gonna walk blindfolded through the enchanted forest. That'll do me a bit. But thanks anyway, man. Liam, we should be going bang, 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 done for players like Hiroki Ito, Hatate, Raya. Yeah, Hatate, I think would be bloody awesome actually at Spurs. I think he'd be fantastic. Raya. Now I'm gonna give Tottenham a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because I went off my nut the other day about this. And I'm beginning to think now that because there's rumours about us going after the AC Milan keeper who's kind of the same price that Brentford are looking for, we might be doing a bit of a deal, if we drag our I don't want to drag our feet over it. I'm just thinking. You want to get the outfield players in early to learn the outfield tactics. Is it as important to get? I mean, you want to get the keeper way before the season starts. I'm not saying that, but a keeper can pick things up a bit quicker. I think. That's just my gut feel. So I'm just for the moment, Raya benefit of the doubt maybe, but. If we're interested in, I don't know why I'm sort of pushing my cursor over this as if you can see my cursor, but Hiroki, Ito, and Hatate. You're right. If we're after them, bloody get them, because if we start sniffing around and other teams catch wind, that ain't good, man, is it? So we've got to get in there before the other teams. I've already repeated myself. Here we go. Liam says, is Conte forgetting he couldn't coach us out of the Conference League group stage? That's true, isn't it? That's true. Forest B team in the EFL Cup, my God. Terrible, man, terrible. Sheffield United in the FA Cup. And also AC Milan as well. He was still our manager, wasn't he? Yeah, serial winner. Yeah, you've got a point there, I think. There was something not right about the cup games, and I know. Okay, look, I guess there is perhaps pressure on from Lord Levy to prioritise the league over the cup games, but it wasn't just the teams we picked, which was there was a few changes in those teams. It was the whole attitude, wasn't it? It looked like they hadn't prepared well for it or something. They weren't up for it. So I think Conte has to take a bit of that on the chin, as well as the players, though. I mean, maybe it was the. But then, if the players didn't give. You see, I think if the players aren't up for a cup, I think Ange will get them up for a cup. I think that's the difference. I think he would motivate them and get them excited about winning a trophy like that. So maybe Conte was just doing. Levy said, "Don't worry about the cups. Focus on the league." And Conte says, "Yeah, all right." And didn't really pass on any enthusiasm. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but Kim62, morning Paul, seen you more than the other half. Well, don't let me come between you, I don't think I've split anyone's marriages up yet, I don't want to start now. But yeah, No, Stuffer, keep watching. No, no. I appreciate you hanging around. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kim. I must admit, when I got to set up with this comment thing, it's quite easy to do. This I'm enjoying this. For those who join late, I'm experimenting with this software called OBS to do the streaming because I didn't realise that StreamYard you could only stream 20 hours a month for free with it, and I didn't quite like the flexibility of it. So what I'll probably do is, when the month ticks over, I'll use StreamYard when I want to have people on, or when whatever happens, people coming on. But the rest of the time, so that I don't think I'll be doing that for more than 20 hours a month. I've kind of overdid it because I was using it to stream everything. But this is just something I set up for nothing, and it actually looks all right. The green screen, it's not too bad. My head does disappear a little bit, but that's not too bad. Blinders about Conte trying to muddy the water. He failed. That's simple. Yeah. Overall, I don't look back with fondness, man. I really don't. I really don't. Not cool. Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one. All right, because I've heard people saying back, they people, they're backing Conte to the bank. We should have backed him and stuff like that. In fairness, though, I haven't heard them say what their opinion of Conte is now, so I don't know if it's changed. So I didn't know if I was on my own there, but it looks like there's a bit. Does anyone think otherwise here? I mean, not that I want to have a fight or a debate. I'm just interested in hearing other people's opinions, though. I don't want to be an echo chamber, but I just don't want to fight. But I like hearing other people's points of view. Jason Fitzpatrick, Conte as a joke as a coach. Okay, yeah. I mean, was there any truth to it? Like he didn't actually take part in coaching sessions? Because that's a bit weird to me. I know managers way back in the day were a bit more like that. Because who did I hear talking about that? It might have been Bertie Auld, who was part of the '67 Lisbon Lions Celtic '67 European Cup winning team. God, that's a big intro. I think he might have said that about Jock Stein. That when Jock Stein came to manage Celtic, it was unusual because he was taking an active part in training, and also they were using a football a lot. So I mean, I don't see how he could be. I know Angie's always hands on with that sort of stuff. For most sessions, I mean, he's obviously going to have other shit to do, but his coaches would be up for it. But Angie's well in there, man. Well in there. Mark Cousins, Levy sees every transfer as a battle which he must win. In normal business, someone's selling something, you pay the money, and it's yours. Yeah, it's kind of this winner. I'm a winner mentality, isn't it? There's winners and losers where. A fair business deal, everyone walks away happy, don't they? And you won't believe it, I didn't get myself a drink of water, so I'm just going to go and grab one. The other thing about this setup is you get to see me and my glorious Target tracksuit pants in 1080p. Ooh. Instead of 720. Oh shit! Hey, I'm getting wrapped around with cords here. Yeah, and like the more you dick around with people, the less they're going to want to deal with you, isn't it? It's like sometimes the asking price is just a fair price, so why fuck about? Blind as a bat says, I think Levy would negotiate the price of a Mars bar. I think you're right, man. It's like there's a friend of mine's mum, and She was from Sarajevo in Bosnia, and not that she was a dickhead like Levy. You know, this was just a haggling culture, I guess. And she'd like go into the greengrocers and say, how much of the how much of the potatoes? $1 a kilo. How about 150? No, sorry, $1 a kilo. How about 50 cents? No. And then she'd just say, "There's 90 cents," and walk out. Liam says players need to shoulder some blame too, naturally, but you're right. We were so lethargic in those games. Yeah, I mean, I'm shaking my head just thinking about it. Nothing seemed to be clicking at all. I mean, like the Nottingham Forest game was bad enough, but I guess I was more in an FA Cup frame of mind, really, which I'm not anymore. I don't think. I'll just take any damn thing. And that was the game where Eric Dyer hurt his finger up the pitch. I mean, that was one of those games I was watching it, and I saw Eric Dyer running up the other end. I'm thinking, no, don't. They're going to score. And then like he hurt his finger. He literally, I'm not joking about this. He hurt his finger or something, and he's standing there holding his finger while everyone pissed off back to our end and scored a goal. It was outrageous. I think David Harris saw that as well. I think he'd whinge about it on the Irish Hotspur. Hey, Phil P, morning. Woo! Liam says, I do think he did well to get us that top four finish in his first half season. Yeah, fair. Yeah, me too. And in fairness, it was quite exciting, wasn't it? And some of the football was okay. I guess it was. I mean, maybe I look back on it. It was more exciting because we were climbing up the table and getting ahead of Arsenal, I suppose. But I suppose, no matter what the formation or the tactics, if players are up for it, it can kind of look good. But I just think that formation and those tactics over time perhaps wore the players down because it isn't exciting. It's not as exciting as going balls to the wall, is it? Really. But baffling how we regressed and looked worst overall with a full pre-season and new signings. It was weird, wasn't it? And like before the World Cup, I cut them some slack because I thought, well, we've had new signings come in. It takes a while for things to click and gel. And at the beginning of the season, bearing that in mind before the season started, I thought if we're in the top four by the time the World Cup starts, then I think we're going to have a good season. But the problem is, which we were as well. But the problem was after the World Cup. We never really kicked on, did we? It never happened. We never got there. It's so disappointing, man. It says we started off 22-23 with 10 games or so undefeated, but I had a sense about 4 games in we looked more turgid. Yeah, I still just thought that was part of the new players. I thought it would get there. I didn't. I didn't have the same spider sense as you, man. I mean, you obviously turned out to be right more than me, but mate, I just thought it would get going because the way we did finish the previous season, we were beating teams, whereas the beginning of the last season we were just jamming results. We were just grinding a few out here and there, weren't we? It wasn't like we looked really dominant in any of the games. In my opinion, Arsenal bottle top 4, not us winning it. Serial bottlers, though, which is good. Now, I did a stream this morning because I've got a brain like a sieve. I can't remember who was here and who was not, but I have discovered the reason why Arsenal bottled it. Because on the stream this morning, I did a little bit of research. Have you seen that? One of those bullshit motivational team talks that Arteta did with the Arsenal team. There was one where I think it was like a home game to Norwich, and he talks about how he nearly died, and I'm thinking, what, you're pulling that out of the bag for Norwich? Fuck's sake, man. You know, and there was another one where he was playing You Never Walk Alone while they were training. Well, there was another one he did where he got the players to all stand in a circle and hold hands, and he had a light bulb in his hand, and when they joined hands, the light bulb lit. And he was going on about, you know, the human body has energy. Look, when we all work together, look what we can do. And I did a little bit of research this morning, and I discovered that that's absolute bollocks. Even though there's a bit of current in the human body, you know, one person can light like a milliwatt light bulb. There's no way 25 players holding hands can light up what appeared to be, I'd say, maybe a 25 watt filament light bulb. So I did a little digging here, and I think I discovered. Here we go. So all the dumb Arsenal players would have been going, oh wow, that's amazing, boss, wow, and maybe that cheered them up. But I think then one day, one of them looked in the bin. I'll tell you what, I can do it in the browser. It's all right. I have the technology. I thought I'd be able to just do it on the phone, but I forgot I've got this set up. Let me get this up. Here we go. Oh, don't tell me I've got to fucking log in. Piss off, mate. Here we go. Bear with me. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm such a klutz. There we go. Here we go. Oh, the chat's gone up there. Hang on. Huh? Chat. There we go. So, I put this to the jury in the chat, right? I put this to the jury. Arteta used a $5 trick light bulb from Alibaba, which is about £2.50, and I reckon at some stage during the year, one of the Arsenal players found that box with a clown and all that sort of stuff in the bin. Confidence went out the window. And this is my theory about Arteta. Like, when he's talking all this like stupid bollocks, when things are going good, it's, you know, okay. But when things start getting hard, it's not enough. I don't think players buy into that shit, you know. Ange does very good team talks, very, very different team talks. He doesn't hold hands with a light bulb. So there we go. Arteta's Alibaba light bulb, $5. This $5, this for the want of this $5 light bulb, that might have cost Arsenal their season. $5. What do you reckon? I think that's a sound theory, man. Wait for you lot to catch me up here. I don't know how far ahead I am. Light bulb speech. So you saw it, Liam. Okay, you know what I'm on about, man. That's cool. Moondog's still doing a roof. Thanks, man. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. I'm not sure if you managed to watch Arsenal All or Nothing, but Ramsdale is such a tosser. No, like, those All or Nothing programs, I don't watch. I've like seen like clips from them on YouTube. But I don't. I kind of don't. I don't want to see what goes on behind the green curtain. You know, I don't want to see the Wizard of Oz pulling the levers. Even though it's already been filmed and I know it has no effect me watching it, I still don't. I don't want to see it. I just want to see them out on the pitch. That's how I can kind of judge who's what and whatever. As soon as you start seeing things behind the scenes, it kind of gets rid of the bit of the mystique for me. And also I'm very aware that there's probably quite a few things that are actually set up. You know, like okay, Eric, you're going to and Jose. Just have a talk. Do that talk. Do that talk you had before, but just do it again. And maybe if you could, it's probably been fucked around with it. I guess I'm saying. So I'm not interested in. I'm not really interested in it. But maybe if we had a winning season or something, I would be. But not that. Let's just get button. There we go. There we go. Arteta's light bulb cost him the league. What a fraud! What a charlatan! What a charlatan! Bloody light bulb. Liam says, fair enough. Yeah, it does take a bit of the away, a bit of the allure. Yeah, that's just my personal thing. I get the people, like if you're a fan of a football team or a fan of football, you want to see all that stuff. I get that, but just like in rugby league and AFL, and I'm pretty sure AFL here, before the match starts, they've actually got a camera in the dressing room. They don't have sound on it, but so they'll just show, the players sitting around listening to the coach, and then they'll go back into the dressing rooms at half time and after the match, and I just think that's none of our business, it's none of our business. There was a funny instance, and now and then I search for this on YouTube, but I've never found it because I didn't quite see it live, but I saw it in a program that was reviewing the AFL, because I'm not really an AFL fan, but I mean this will teach them, right? So it was after the game, and they were in the winning side's dressing room. There was this reporter there talking about the game, and it is the funniest thing, man. Live on TV, one of the players just jumped in behind, stark bollock naked, did a helicopter with his willy, and then jumped out again. And I think he got slapped on the wrist for it. But I think, well, get the bloody hell out of the dressing room. People, I'm sure they do helicopters and shit in there, But I've never been able to find it. Never been able to find it again. All right, let's see. Did I bookmark anything else on Twitter here? Conte. Okay, here's some quotes from Troy Parrott. Spurs OTM is. I don't know who he's citing here, and maybe it's their own thing. Troy Parrott on Ange Postecoglou and doing whatever it takes to make it at Spurs. I've not spoken to him yet because it only happened recently. I want to play for Tottenham, so whatever steps I have to take to get there, I'm willing to do it. I support Celtic and I've watched quite a few of their games. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. He seems like a good manager. Seems like a good manager. Is that the most you can buoy Ange up? He seems like a good manager who wants to play good attacking football. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's hard. This is the problem with it. Like when it's written down like that, you can't tell the tone of their voice or their body language. But I'll be optimistic about that. Celtic fan, he would have seen them. He wants to play for Tottenham, so good on the lad. What else have we got? Oh no, I've done that one. Oh, Twitter is bullshit, isn't it? You've got to go out there and back in again. Blah, blah, bloody blah. And then the last one I got is the Fabrizio David Raya. So I'll just have a quick look and see if there's any new stuff here. Might be a short stream tonight. We'll see how we go. Ibanez, Roger Ibanez, central. Oh, another central defender. Oh, well, let's give him the Dyer test. Roger Ibanez, let's give him the Dyer test. Remember, 6.86. If he's better than 6.86, he's statistically better than Eric Dyer. So let me just do that. Sofa scores. We'll go for... Let's just make sure I've got the score right for Eric Dyer. 6.86. Alright, here we go. Roger Ibanez. Roma. Oh. 7! Oh. Brazilian. That's in. Oh, my ears have pricked up. I hope this. But this is the thing, though. It's all rumours and bullshit, isn't it? I'm getting all bloody excited. Don't, just calm down. It's crap, isn't it? It really is crap. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my chat interface back up here. So I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm not going to get excited. Here we go. Audio Artisan says, I remember Sky Sports showed naked dressing room footage once. I think it was Oldham or Barnsley. Didn't see any helicopters though. No, this guy, he just jumped into frame and jumped out again. What? No, you don't. It's a private moment for players. No one should be in the dressing room apart from the coaching staff and the players. Okay, Dope Boy Junior. Okay, filling me in. Roma need money. He has a $70 million. Is that 70 million euros? I suppose release clause. 60 odd million pounds. If he's got a release clause, that's interesting, eh? So what are we looking at there? We got, where does he? Let's have a look at where he operates on the pitch, because I think that can be quite interesting. So, he's left as well, left-sided as well. Left-sided. Is he? He's a centre back, is he? I mean, doesn't this tell you where they're? Doesn't even tell you what their fucking position is, does it? Well, old Sofa Scores, which is a load of old shit, says 29 million euros. Yeah, whatever. Central defender. Well, it looks like he's a left-sided centre back as with the Japanese guy. So I don't know. I'm not fussed. Unless he's like really stupendously good, but I'd almost be taking a punt on the Japanese kid. I think it gives us more money to spend elsewhere. But it depends what our budget is, doesn't it? We've got no idea. We've got no idea how much money Tottenham has to spend. Bloody club's a joke, isn't it? Troy Parrott. Not seeing any more news. It was another slow news day. Okay, Dope Boy Junior. He's available for 25 to 30 million euros. West Ham are interested. Well, maybe let West Ham have him. We'll sneak under the radar with the Stuttgart defender. Look at me playing Football Manager. Exactly. Well, I concur. Mark Cousins, remember Sky doing the transfer deadline shows outside of grounds with fans. All sorts was live on TV. They soon stopped it. I mean, they're asking for trouble, aren't they? I mean, because you can't stop them, can you? Like if you're in a public place and someone goes, yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, is there? In fact, Sky Sports get into trouble for broadcasting it. It's their responsibility. Well, I'm getting that off an Alan Partridge episode, actually, where he swears on Phil Cornell. He's doing a crossover at Radio Norwich with Phil Cornell, and they're chatting away. And Alan Partridge says, "Oh, fuck off," or something like that. And Phil Cornwall says, "Oh, you're in trouble now." He says, "Well, actually, strictly speaking, I'm on your segment, and you've got the responsibility to stop your guests from using obscene language." Anything else? Anything else? Well, I've made plans to. I'm going to go up to the Blue Mountains on the weekend, and I don't know how long I'll be up there. I'll be up there a while, I think. Seeing as New South Wales government nicked my bloody driver's license for driving 5 over, so I'm going to spend some time up there away from the city. But what I intend doing up there, I don't know how much live streaming I'll do. I'll bring a laptop with me so I can, but it's a really nice place, full of nature everywhere, waterfalls, places where I can have a sneaky campfire. So when the mood strikes me, I'll be doing some super chill live streams in that sort of, at least videos in that sort of environment as well. Might have a little bit of toot as well, so you're not going to get any sense out of me. Wayne Bonner says, if Ange wants Ibanez, then the club should get him and have Dorrington and Placozzi on the bench. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It depends who Ange wants, doesn't it? If he wants Ibanez, then get him for sure, man. Yeah. But I've got a sneaky suspicion he's after Ito because he would have seen him play in the J League, and maybe this Ibanez thing might be a little bit of a smokescreen, a little bit of bollocks. Because how many left-sided centre backs do we need? Well, we need one for the first team and a backup, and maybe Dorrington could be that backup. I mean, we'd end up. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not a bad shout to get both. I don't know. Look, I'm happy with either, but Ito is tickling my fancy at the moment, much more than Ibanez. Because Ange, and I think Blind as a Bat said that Ange wanted to sign him at Celtic before. So he missed out to Stuttgart. I'm reading between the lines there. So Ange is probably keen on the kid. And Ange would see when Ange views players, he's really looking at their work rate and their attitude as well as their technique. So if he spots something in this kid, it could be. Oh, I'm getting excited. I'm starting to get a little excited now because he's cheap and he could be brilliant. Which is like, that would even keep bloody Lord Levy happy, wouldn't it? Let's just have a look here. Anything else going on? Anyone else got any news or anything? Or are we all petering out a bit? Oh man, I'm pretty tired tonight. So I'm certainly not offended if we call it a night here. I'll just give it a couple of minutes, see if there's anything else that pops up from you lot. But that might be it. I might have it's only 6:15. I'm so tired from fighting with the computer all day to get this thing going. I don't mind it actually. I think it looks better than StreamYard. Off the top of my head, it looks a bit crisper. I can put more of my own shit everywhere. I use the same background for the time being, just so you don't get like vertigo when I radically change layouts or anything. But I might well change it. I was looking at a few. Oh, this is like boring admin bollocks, I know, but I was kind of looking at, frames and things, and I think I prefer the open layout, because that's my Twitter handle there. So that's how you can follow me or whatever. But I don't really use it that much. But it's also my YouTube name. I kind of I don't know. There's something about the color balance or something I prefer as well. and I like the way I can change the format of the comments with this. You can't do that in StreamYard. Anyway, let's see if we've got any final things. Ah, yeah, well, here we go. Oops, what time is it over here? It's 6:15 p.m. 6:15 p.m. But because I'm a bit of an old fart, when the sun sets, I start getting sleepy. It's pathetic, really. And then I wake up before the sun rises, which I suppose is what you're supposed to do, isn't it? But we've been brainwashed. Oh, you're in Miami. Oh, no, what? Miami's been in the news, but I'm not going to get political. 4:14 a.m. You should be sleeping. Well, hopefully my monotone, dulcet voices it will help you get a few extra Z's before you have to kick on for the day, man. But Miami, don't want to get political. Okay, yeah, I think we're on the same page here, aren't we? Events in Miami-Dade. Oh dear, oh dear. Just changing the subject there, Dope Boy. Have you seen any like nuclear planes recently? Floating around just in the street. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of that. All right, folks. Well, if no one has got anything else to say, I've kind of run out of stuff myself for this evening. I don't know how long we've been going. Let's have a look. About an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. That's respectable, isn't it? Well, once again, everyone, thanks for joining me. Thanks for educating me as well with stuff. It makes actually I'm probably learning more out of all this. And look, maybe it's like a trade. Maybe I'll learn more about current stuff from you, and maybe some of you, not all of you, because some of you know loads more than me. Some of you will learn a little bit more older stuff from me. I think that's a fair trade. And Phil P, yes, that is exactly what I was talking about. It is Messi signing for Inter Miami, and good luck to him, man. I think that's a good little move that for him. Kind of leaving the big stage, couldn't get any better for him. That was a fairy tale, that. And what better words to finish than our audio artisan? Peace and love, man. Peace and love to you all. Peace and love everywhere in the world except on the football pitch, because that's where we go to battle. So let me hover over the button. I don't know if it's going to give me a confirmation, so I might pause awkwardly for a few seconds while I fuff around. So I'll just say, "Come on, you Spurs!"